So just tell us about your background. How did you get into photography and specifically food photography?
Well, photography in general, I'll just start there. I've been taking pictures pretty much as long as I can remember. If you look in my family photo albums, like after a certain age, probably when I turned about 7, I'm not in any of the pictures, and that's simply because I'm always holding the camera, taking the pictures, so
Right.
I'm like behind all of that. But when I started actually like channeling my passion for it was probably right when I graduated high school, and that's when me and my business partner Jonathan we started our business together. We started a clothing line, and then we started exploring with product photography. Well, I started exploring with product photography, just taking pictures of everything we created. Then I started doing shoots with people, and then he's a chef, and then he officially started his chef business, and that's when I started taking more pictures of food and his preparations and stuff like that. And I created a photo collection. I was very inspired, and I started something called Fruits of Our Labor. It's a photo collection that consists of lifestyle shots that have a twist with them that include fruit. So I'm actually having an art show on Friday, on Sunday, and that's the collection that's being featured. He is like one of my things. Like you'll see it like just discreetly everywhere in everything I do. I love these, so that's just really why. But we have these colors of hats with fruit on them. That's part of the Fruits of Our Labor collection. So different like watermelon slices, apple slices, different things like on the
Very
hat,
cool.
citrus slices. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Are you a foodie yourself?
Yeah, I love food. Like just how we were just talking about Seattle. Like I travel, like I do travel photography, nature photography. So whenever I go to a city, the first thing I'm looking up is the food. Like what's the food like? What are the best places? What do people recommend? Like yeah. So if you can name a lot of cities, I can name at least one or two places I could send you to go to with great food. Like yeah.
Oh.
So definitely a foodie.
Now, are you a food entrepreneur? Like, I know you're making clothes and you're doing photography. You said your partner is a chef, but
Yeah.
do you
So
make a food product together?
we don't make a food product together, but we host dinners and brunches and different events. So like he creates the food, like I'm a creative director, so we'll come up with a theme for an event, and then he'll come up with like recipes that he wants to go with, like I said, the fruits of our labor. So a lot of the recipes include fruit and or just are plated to look like fruit. So like we create a package together based around food, and I'm actually in the process of creating my own tea. So that's going to be my introduction to the food business, creating my own product. But I haven't launched that yet. We treat food as art, like that's just a way for us to express, another way for us to express. So we literally will take different food items and plate them in certain ways, just to remind you of other things.
I think one of the photos I saw on your website or one of your social media accounts was a banana as a gun, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
That's from the very first Fruits of Our Labor connection collection. I had a picture of a model holding like a banana shaped as a gun, like, and I called the picture banana gun. So
Right,
yeah.
okay.
So that's essentially what it is. Just yeah,
So now I know you don't have photos with you at the moment, but we're going to get them later to edit them in or at
yeah.
least post them or post links to them. Do you want to tell us about some of your favorite shots and we'll find the links later?
Yeah, sure. Definitely, most of my favorite shots come from my Fruits of Our Labor collection, just because that's my most passionate project. It's for now. It's been about 2 years now that I've been running with this theme. I do things intermittently in between them, but the Fruits of Our Labor is my favorite. The banana gun, that's one of my favorite. I have a
Okay.
piece with. I took a shoot at a tennis court, and it made it look like I was shooting a tennis player, but I replaced all the tennis balls with lemon, so
Oh,
they look like you wouldn't tell the difference until you really start looking, and you're like, oh, okay. So like, those are the type of things that I do with my photography. I just replace small things with subtle like changes, but
so you have to pay
you
attention.
have to pay attention. But once you see it, you're like, oh, like
I
okay,
get the joke
yeah,
now.
yeah, I get the joke now. Exactly, yeah, yeah. Perfect way to describe it.
So on the business side, then, how do you find your clients, or are you doing strictly your own stuff and selling it? Like, what's your business model on the photography side?
So I have clients that I do like some like commission work, things that they ask me for, but I'd say that's probably only about 25% of my business. Just because I don't enjoy that part as much as the
Working
other
for other
part.
people.
Yeah, yeah. I like to. I'm creative first. Like photography is just how I channel my creativity. Like I have ideas, so I just take ideas and create them. So I prefer to like have create the idea from the ground up and produce something. So that you can usually do that easier with your own content than you can with other people. But I still do like I do weddings, I do events, I throw events, I take photos of events. I have like clients, schools that I do things for. So I mix it up here and there.
So, but now if someone wanted to work with you as a food photographer, someone did want to hire you, you are available, right?
Oh
That's-
yes, no,
okay.
like that's like I said, that's a passion project for me. Like I enjoy just trying to put a twist on the food and just like to portray it in a way that people will be like, oh, it's not just a picture of food. It's not just something on a plate. Like so, like
snapshot.
if somebody wants like food, that's why I said food and product photography is my favorite type of photography.
So even
like,
if it's someone else's
even if
product.
it's someone else, I'll
Okay.
still look at it and take it on as a passion project. But when I say like those other things, I mean like graduations, weddings, those things are like because
That pays the bills.
it pays the bills, but like every single one of them is pretty much the same. People want the same type of pictures from their wedding, like so I can't really
Right.
step too much outside of the box, But that's why I enjoy doing the other stuff.
Do you think there are any suggestions for how to make the pictures better? Like if you're starting, just think considerations about lighting or composition
Yeah,
or props around it, or
Yeah, I could give a lot of information about textures are good for pictures, colors, tones. So like say don't just like take a picture of the plate sitting on the table. Like say like add like something in the background. Add just add some organicness to it. Like what would it look like if you're actually sitting? Because I know some people would just like take an overhead shot of the plate and that can get pretty boring. So like add like an antique toy, just random things that just add to the vibe of the picture. That because other things that people would notice in the picture if they're not noticing the food, they'll notice that thing and then be drawn to the food. So just small details.
so. Do you look for clients, or are you really mostly just trying to just make your own projects and that's how you support yourself?
No, both. I create my own projects while I am also looking for other people to create with because I like collaborating. Like I feel like collaborating is key for all creatives. That's how we all grow. So
Right.
I feel like I'm always looking for people to work with, and I enjoy working with people. Like I love it. So
How important is Instagram to you? Can you talk about Instagram?
yeah. See, I know a lot of people find Instagram as like just the holy grail for like what you're doing. I say Instagram is important for a portfolio, but it's not important to be the means of your business. I know a lot of people feel like, oh, a lot of people try to get 100% of their business through Instagram and social media, or they feel like if they don't have the following, they can't do that. But I mean, like I said, just create that content and then go out there, talk to people. Like there's no connection like having a conversation with somebody. Like so, if you go talk to somebody about what you do, they're gonna remember you before they remember somebody that they saw on social media. They're gonna remember the person that they actually spoke with. So go talk to people. They'll spread the word more organically than other way. That's how I feel.
And then what about pricing? And I know you're in the New York area, so pricing
Yeah.
is maybe different from in other parts of the country, but how do you price it? Do you charge by the day or the half a day or by the hour, or just I'll get you X number of pictures just for this flat amount?
That's also like it just depends on the project, I guess. So like if it's something a little bit more like simple, like but it'll take a whole day versus like something that's very like intricate, but it will take me like shorter to do it. They might end up costing the same. Just but even though like the one is shorter than the other, but it's just all about the amount of work that we have to put in together to do something together. Less so than time, just the amount of work and we have to put into it.
Is there a range? Just like, can you give a number? Are you comfortable giving a rate?
Like for what type of service?
Or maybe since you
Just
do a
like
few
a-
different things, if someone comes to you and said, "Here, I have this dry packaged good,
Mm-hmm.
make it look really cool for social media, for my website. I just need, give me like a set of photos I can distribute with press kits and things like that."
Yeah, if they just give me something and they want like a few pictures that they want to like post or just send out. I can do that for like just like under $100. They're like really easy.
Oh, okay.
Really
That's
quick.
very-
Like yeah, because that's
very
just,
reasonable.
yeah, really reasonable. Like if you're not like I said, if you just like they just came up to me like, oh, I have this bottle that we created this new packaging. I want to show our audience our new packaging. Like I don't want a whole campaign though. I just want to show them, and then we'll talk about that later. Like, yeah, that's real simple. We can just take a few pictures. Definitely, I'm still gonna put the thought behind it, so there will be creative, thought-provoking pictures. But it'll be easier than doing a whole campaign. So, I'm not gonna break anybody's leg. Like I said, I enjoy collaborating.
So here's the marketing question. What is your professional brand? Like if someone has a choice of photographers and they just type in food photographer on the internet, they're going to get a selection of people. When should they come to you and know that they got the right photographer?
if you're looking for a whole package that's cohesive, like branding, that's some people are gonna look at, and then from that point on, whenever they see something, they're gonna know it's you. That's the type of work I create. Like, so like I noticed, like I know a lot of people will say that people who they'll see my work somewhere and they'll be like, oh, I saw your picture like hanging in this place or something like that, just because they know the type of work I do. They know like they'll see fruit in some of my things, or they just know like how my images usually turn out, so I can create that same effect with the company, like their product. They'll people will just be able to quickly recognize it. I create just and feel good from it. Like you'll be able to see a brand, because there's certain brands you're just like, yeah, I know them, and yeah, they're a brand. But like I'll create a brand that people can connect with just because of like the campaigns and everything. So
Have you done any brands that we may have seen or our audience may have seen?
I usually work with like a lot of local brands. You might have seen them. I'm not sure. Like I haven't done any like super big like nationwide brands or anything yet.
It's okay.
But, so I just enjoy that organicness, local.
Mostly
So,
Brooklyn.
yeah. But I'm from Atlanta, North. I do a lot of business here. I do a lot of business in Georgia. Do a lot of business in North Carolina. So like between those three places, there's different companies that I've worked with.